and I think that's the presentation there. So very briefly, I'm going to talk very quickly a bit about GWAVA 6. We've changed a bit in GWAVA 6. All the technology that's built into the GWAVA 5 product has now been transferred over to GWAVA 6. We've added quite a few features to this. Let me tell you a bit about myself. My name is Colin Brittain. I'm a Senior Assistant Engineer and Quality Assurance Analyst at GWAVA. So I do QA on quite a few of the products, GWAVA being one of them, retain, that kind of thing. So let's just very quickly move on to the GWAVA 6 product and explain a bit about the additional features. If everyone is familiar with the GWAVA 5 product, the features within the GWAVA 6 product have just been ported over from GWAVA 5 to GWAVA 6 with the addition of a few features. Obviously, a GWAVA product, we do antivirus, anti-spam, we do content control. We have this new feature built into GWAVA, which is called an image analyzer, which I will explain in a bit now. We have the ability to do attachment filters, fingerprinting on the content of the attachment, connection dropping, all of the features really that most antivirus, anti-spam solutions have out today. Some of the additional features that we have built in are specifically the things like the image analyzer, and of course now multi-tenancy ability. So the ability to support multi-domain support is now built into GWAVA 6. This is the basic overview of how the scanner works. Obviously, this can be taken out into the cloud as well. As you can see, we have the ability to scan at SMTP level. We scan at the MTA level, and of course, the ability to go into your POA and go and scan directly into the POA, into the post office via the POA. Messages are coming from the internet, go through your firewall, hit the GWAVA appliance, get scanned for whatever it is that you need it to be scanned for, and then move on to your mail system. Our anti-spam solution, there's no more manual learning of our anti-spam solution. Everything automatically updates. In the past with GWAVA 4, I believe, you had to put messages into a ham and a spam folder and teach your system how to do this. But with our integration now, there's no manual training at all. GWAVA 5 has this feature, and GWAVA 6, we're expecting a launch for GWAVA 6 with these features around brain time. We have a Kaspersky antivirus integration into our GWAVA 6 product. We have a 0-day antivirus scan as part of the anti-spam scanner. The Kaspersky engine, there's no additional licensing involved as far as the antivirus engine is concerned. The product licensing is dealt with through GWAVA, so the update of the antivirus solution is done automatically. Our SMTP scanner works really with any messaging platform that you have. If you currently have messages coming into SMTP Solution, whether it be GroupWise, Exchange, Notes, that kind of thing, we do scanning directly before it gets into your mail system. The SMTP scanner basically works as a proxy. Messages coming from the internet hit our server, GWAVA 6 server, and then it gets filtered into your mail system. Now, depending on the rules that you set up on the specific scanner, we would then scan the relevant information based on what it is that you want to set. We block everything at the perimeter, so before it even gets into solution, the messages are scanned and quarantined or completely blocked depending on the policies that you set. This is a new thing as far as GWAVA 6 is concerned, is our image analyzer. So basically the image analyzer has intelligence built into it to scan for images based on what it is that it finds is dangerous or not within the image. So the technology can scan very quickly and accurately and analyze images, an image attachment within the email to identify whether there's potential pornography built into the technology. The technology scans real time. It uses multiple heuristic detection methods to scan the image and determine whether the message is actually porn or not. The nice thing about it, it will educate the users on company usage policies based on what it is that you've set the scanner to do. We will enforce policies when required. So if you have a policy based on our image analyzer technology, the policies will be enforced. We do post office scanning using the image analyzer as well. So if you have a post office scanner currently that is scanning your PO, we have the ability to go into your PO and go and scan for existing messages. Even if you have an existing GWAVA 5 solution that does not have image analyzer and you do upgrade to GWAVA 6, we can go in and go and scan the PO for any potential attachments that contain invalid images, let's say. We do have a Vibe scanner for the image analyzer as well. So if you currently have Novell Vibe, we have the ability to scan messages that are being uploaded to the Vibe scanner. And this works with web access as well. So if people have a web access scanner, we call it a Wasp Scanner, we have the ability to scan for messages as they get loaded. Okay, connection dropping. The connection dropping technology basically goes and ensures that whoever's connecting to our system to try and send messages, if we find that the connection is invalid, we will drop it immediately and only serve the messages or serve the people that are trying to connect to our scanner to send you emails and attachments. Our sender policy framework technology has not changed between GWAVA 5 and GWAVA 6. It's the same. It does stop spoof messages, sets up your own sender policy framework. So you can have your own sender policy framework within the GWAVA 6 scanner, which will prevent spammers from sending you emails that are trying to spoof your existing sender policy framework record. Our IP reputation technology has intelligent gray listing. We have intelligent gray listing gives you the ability to have known spammers. So we have a list of known spammers out there. Basically, they will be denied automatically. Possible spammers will have to try and get in and try again, and we can add the possible spammers to the known spammers list intelligently, and we will gray list them as needed. We have a 0-day spam protection on our spam technology, and that is also built into the IP reputation with intelligent gray listing technology. Our policy enforcement, we have policy enforcement at various levels, and depending on what kind of scanning you're doing, we can associate the relevant action to it. So if there's an antivirus scanning, you have the choice. I mean, if you want to allow viruses to be quarantined and users to let this through, that's entirely up to you. Obviously, this is not recommended. But based on the kind of scanning that we're doing, we can set a relevant action to the kind of scan. So if you have specific content filters that you put into your scan, you can choose to either quarantine it, notify specific recipients, or send a blind copy to the administrator, for example. So an antivirus, you would clearly, people would block that and delete the message, not even put into quarantine. But you may want to allow specific attachments to be quarantined, or when specific attachments come through for that specific attachment, for the administrator to be notified of that specific attachment coming in. Our Wasp Scanner provides real-time scanning. So this provides you with web access protection. So if your users light users are using web access to do the scan, our Wasp Scanner protects your web access area. So besides the SMTP, the MTA, the POA, the Wasp Scanner is similar to the Vive Scanner, where we would do it the scanning immediately. It integrates seamlessly with your web access application. And of course, before the message is even sent, GWAVA is scanning it real time. Our POA uses IMAP to go into your post office and go and scan the relevant messages. We have a trusted application that gets installed into your GroupWise system, and that's how we authenticate to your post office. We're able to rip the email completely out of GroupWise, and a lot of people are doing the scanning way before they do the archiving of any solution. But if you have a current environment that has not been scanned, we have the ability to go in afterwards and go and do a peer scan of your system. If a harmful attachment or a harmful script has been put into your system, you can do a POA scan and rip out the message even after it has been put into your post office. Various notifications are available with POA scanner. We can send a blind copy of the message to the relevant administrator. We can delete the message, or we can notify HR of what is actually going on to the POA scanner. Our policy manager, which is new to GWAVA 6, has the ability to have multiple configurations or multiple policies. So with our GWAVA 5, what we did in the past is we had one policy for everybody. All the messages that came into your environment was subject to a scan. What we've done now with GWAVA 6 is we have multi-tenancy support. And with a multi-tenancy, multi-domain support, you can now, similar to an ISP type solution, go into your GWAVA 6 interface and set up a policy based on a specific domain name. And within the domain name, we can actually then set a user level policy. So you may want within a specific domain for John to have antivirus scanning but allow certain attachments through. But then Mike would not be allowed the same attachments through. So within the multi-domain support, you can drill down to a user level support and either include or exclude specific users from different policies. So user 1 within one domain will get a specific scan, but user 2 within another domain will get a different kind of scan. And this is new to GWAVA 6, the policy manager. So what do we have with GWAVA 6 now? It runs on Windows, same as GWAVA 5. It runs as a service. We do provide the ability for an ISO, so that it includes operating system that would not be Windows though, they would be Linux. So we do have an ISO available that you can install, and the default settings are pretty good on that one. But if you want to run this on Windows, you would download the application itself and install the application onto your Windows system. GWAVA 6 provides the ability to do statistics on the GWAVA 6, whether how many messages are coming in on a regular basis, who are the highest senders, that kind of thing. Our reports and alerts engine provides real-time reporting and alerting. So you can go into your GWAVA 6 interface, go and have a look at the real-time reporting and set whatever alerts that you want at that point in time. We now have message tracking built into the GWAVA interface, so you can go into GWAVA, decide, look for a specific message. So if a user is phoning you up and saying, oh, you know, John sent me an email last week and I didn't receive it, you can actually go into the GWAVA interface and go and find out exactly what happened to that message, whether the message was blocked for a virus or whether it went to the spam folder and quarantined. We have message tracking now built into it. As I said before, we now have the policy manager, which provides the ability to have multi-tenancy, multi-domain support. We support SSL and TLS, LDAP authentication as well. Our image analyzer, which is new to GWAVA 6, to scan images as attachments on emails. And of course, our teaming integration as well. So, and teaming would include Vibe, because Vibe is now built-in teaming to the Vibe product. As far as futures are concerned with GWAVA, this is post-GWAVA 6. We are currently integrating a social platform scanning. And with our social platform scanning, should companies want to include things like Facebook and Twitter and that kind of thing, GWAVA will have the ability to provide an engine to scan social media platforms for unwanted attachments, for unwanted words, for unwanted viruses and that kind of thing. We are going to enhance the reporting and alerting ability to include these social media platforms as well. And of course, we will be adapting the scanners to integrate with other collaborative technology platforms. So besides the Facebook and the Twitters, there are some additional collaborative technologies that you are integrating with, which will be announced, I'm hoping, at BrainShare. So it does work with Vibe as well, and certain chat messages like MSN chat and Google chat and that kind of thing will be integrated with GWAVA 6 as far as the futures are concerned. I think that is all. So if there are any kind of questions, if somebody is listening and they have questions on this, you're welcome. We will be at BrainShare. We are going to be at GWAVACon in Germany next week doing the same presentation on the product. But please feel free to come and see us at the booth or join one of our sessions within the BrainShare booth. We have quite a few sessions that is going on. And feel free to come and approach us and ask questions. Any kind of a demo on the product that you would like to see, please contact your relevant salesperson, and then they will point you out in the right direction, and we can set up something for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Colin. I haven't actually seen any questions coming in. If anybody does have any questions, you can post them in the chat or the Q&A very quickly, and we'll be able to get those answered. But we just want to thank Colin and all of our other presenters this morning for all of the information that we've seen today.
Thank you very much.
We still haven't gotten any questions, so I think we're going to end it now. We will be sending out the recording of the webinar to all of the attendees, and hopefully we'll get any of the questions answered. Oh, we do have one that came in. How do you compare to WebSense?
How do we compare to? WebSet?
WebSense.
WebSense. The WebSense product, we do have a comparison sheet. I don't have it available to me now. But one of the advantages of our product, I mean, WebSense does multi-tenancy as well. We do provide the ability to do multi-tenancy. The actual comparison sheet, I'm just trying to pull it up over here right now. Let me see if I can get a copy on our comparison sheet. I would have to get a copy of our comparison sheet of WebSense to GWAVA. I don't have it available on me right now. But one of the advantages is that it's all under your control. You have an ISO which you can load, which includes operating system, and of course we run multi-platform support, whether it be on Linux and on Windows. But I can get a comparison sheet for you.
Okay, and we'll get you that person's information so that we can get that comparison. We also had another question. You talked about RIP from POA. They asked, what about RIP from Retain?
Right. No, we do not go into retain. We rip the message out of your group-wise system before it goes into retain. We don't have retain. You see, the whole thing about retain is we need to be cautious about how we get rid of messages in retain. Retain is designed to be an e-compliance product. So we suggest that you scan the messages in your post office or in your email environment before you run the retain dredging. We do not scan directly to the retain server, mainly for legal reasons.
Okay, we do have one more question. Will the upgrade to GWAVA 6 be an in-place upgrade?
Yes, it will. In fact, I was on the phone to the developer last night, and as part of the in-place upgrade, we are. Because the thing is with the GWAVA 5 and GWAVA 6, the difference is the policies. So if you don't have a policy, the system is going to allow everything in without being scanned. So in the past, where we had a specific scanner in your current GWAVA product, we have moved from the configure a scanner option to now configure a policy, and the policy will be associated with the scanner. So in the in-place upgrade, as part of the upgrade scripts, we will be migrating the information that you have in your current scanner to a specific policy. But in-place upgrades will be supported.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all of the questions that have come through, so I think we're going to end it right here.
Perfect. If anybody would like to email me directly, they're welcome. My email is colinb@guava.com, and feel free to